from ideation to scripting to thumbnail designing and to the hardest of them all, which is video editing. This process takes a whole lot of time, which if you are a 9 to 5er like me, you don't have this luxury of time. So in this video, I'm going to be explaining to you why you really need to outsource. And that's not all. I'm going to be showing you my quick process which helps me to reduce my time for recruiting a staff from 50 minutes to 1 hour down to the barest minimum of 20 minutes. If you are interested in this, do hang on as I'll be right back. Hi smart quitters. If you are just new to my channel, my name is Prince Emetu and I am a 9 to 5er who is currently on a journey to quitting my 9 to 5 job as a web developer and also a digital marketer to starting my own business. Now to today's topic. A whole lot of us 9 to 5ers that are looking or thinking of outsourcing have this big challenge. There's not enough time for you to hire. Now, if you are a 9 to 5er like me, you will notice that maybe you go to work by 7 and come back maybe by 7. You don't have about 2 to 3 hours that a standard company has to hire staff, maybe from interview to this. So what do? You have to find a streamlined process. Now, this means that you have a pain point of hiring staff, right? So now, to tackle this, your first thing you need to do is to streamline what roles you want to hire. Having done that, the next thing you have to do so that your hiring process is going to be short and simple is to write down the responsibilities of that particular role that you want to hire. Now, having done all this, the next thing you are going to think about, or another pain that you might have as a 9 to 5er who wants to do this, is having a tight budget. Yes, we know the economy we are in, especially in a country like Nigeria, where I'm from. It's very, very difficult for a 9 to 5 job to pay a comfortable salary for you. You understand? So definitely, if you want to invest in content creation, you must have to sacrifice some part of your salary, which might be little compared to what most experienced people in that role that you're looking for do collect. Now, since you have a tight budget, but also I want you to remember that if you have a very low budget, you should not be aiming for the best of the best. I don't know if you get the point, because if you are aiming for the best of the best, you must have to remove more money for such services. Or I would advise that you go for someone of a minimum level, who is at least, even if it's not the top or maybe top 10, it should be from a range of 0 to 100, should be from the range of 50 to 70% good. Now, if you have done this, another big issue that 9 to 5ers face is financial constraint. Now, when you want to hire, you might be considering, oh, what's the right amount to pay? Do I even have this amount to hire such a person? Let's take for instance myself. When I hired my video editor, it took me a long time, because I knew that there was no video editor that was going to go below a certain amount of salary. Let me put it salary, you understand, for a month, just in case you are paying the person's salary or per job, depending on which is preferable to you. So I knew that I had to up my finances and have to be certain of, I have to put some things into consideration. Now, some of these things you have to put into consideration is, one, getting someone who is around your vicinity. Now, if you have someone who is around your vicinity, you could save some data fees, which will be considered when discussing about your salary. You understand? Because if you are taking someone who is far from you, you take note that you have to send your videos, which requires a huge amount of data. He also has to download it and also resend it back to you. So, but if you guys are together or within the same vicinity, you could easily just call him. He'll come to your place and you send it, or you go to his place and send you via Zender. So if you have put that into consideration, you will see that the next thing you need to put into consideration is that you don't have to go for the best among the best. You have to just limit yourself to those within the average space of that role that you are hiring, because they might not charge you as high as those who are at the top 1%. So that was one of the process which I did. Well, unfortunately for me, I wasn't able to get anyone around my vicinity, so I had to outsource, and that increased the bill to significantly, which I knew I had to cover that expenses for. Now, thirdly, having considered the previous point, which is tight financial budget, this particular point now, which is finding the right fit for the job, especially in skill wise, you understand, it's kind of difficult, which made me say we should go above average. Now, when you want to check if the person is above average, there are some things you need to consider, which brings us to the interview process. Now, before you even start the interview process, you should have settle down to write down what and what you are going to ask the person, what and what tools the person should be acquainted with, and there are some other things that should be noted down by you. So by defining the exact deliverables that you have to give to these people, you reduce the amount of time that you're going to spend asking unnecessary questions. Now you go straight to the point. Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have that? Are you conversant with with these tools and these tools? Now, so the next very important thing that you need to ask is the person's previous work. If he has no portfolio to his name, I'm telling you, it might not be the best fit for your job. At least you have at least 10 to 15 videos to his name that he could show you. That I'm talking about the role of a video editor, which is what I hired. You understand? When the person gives you those videos to check, then you'll be able to know what to do next. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel for more amazing content like this. Now, so moving into the dilemma I'm talking about, it is the on-site and remote dilemma. It's not funny, it's not easy. Now, the last video editor I hired gave me a heck of a trouble, because it was kind of difficult for me and him, especially our communication. Now, he gave I missed so many posting days just because he wasn't able to deliver. And even when I place call, sometimes he ignores it. He doesn't even respond back. So these are some of the dilemmas that you can face as a busy 9 to 5er who wants to go into the content creation business. So you must categorically state it down on your contract with the person you've decided, because after this one comes after your interview and you have decided that you want to pick this person. You state it clearly in your contract that this person should make sure to meet a particular posting days, and when you are going to deliver the videos that is the unedited videos to him to edit, that is for a video editor. And also for some other things, maybe like a social media manager, you should also spell out his roles and responsibilities for him or her, so that he or she can make sure he's on time, he keeps to those schedules for you, so that the algorithm will keep on in your post at the top of the search bar, or rather homepage of everyone's YouTube page. You understand me? So there you have it, the 4-step blueprint to confidently hire staff and make your productivity 100%. Now, having said this, so now let's summarize this 4-step blueprint. Now, first thing you need to do is to cut down your recruiting time by having a crystal clear job description. Second thing you need to do is to stay on your budget by making sure you subscribe to local or networks, or direct referral from people around your vicinity. Then third thing you need to do is vet for the right skill set, which has to do with your interviewing process, by making sure the person has a portfolio or the rest. Then finally is making sure you draft your contract perfectly. So there you have it. If you are interested in joining our free membership community, which is the Quitters Win Club, do endeavor to check the description box. The link to that community is there, and take note, it's absolutely free. So we help our members to plan their checklist, and also give them advice on some little or things that relates with quitting 9 to 5 job to starting your own business. Now, if you are one that is interested in knowing how to stay organized and plan your schedule so that your 9 to 5 will not interfere with your content creation journey, do click this video where I talked about how to stay organized as a content creator while doing your 9 to 5 job. So until next time, see you in my next video. Bye for now.